This episode is brought to you by Trichome Productions and viewers like you.
It's 2016. My name is Rice Forever. You're watching TheGreenSceneTV.com.
Hi, I'm Brent Green, and welcome to another great episode of The Green Scene. Today, we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to visit with a prior guest. Yeah, a prior guest. My favorite Oakland rapper, Rice Forever. And he's here to share with us some of his valuable insights into the ever-changing face of Bay Rap today, along with his upcoming album slated for release this summer. Let's go check it out. Rice, dude, what's up?
How are you doing?
Man.
See you again.
Good to see
I need a dab hug. Fuck that shit.
Dude.
Oakland.
What'd you say?
East Oakland. We do dab hugs out here. You know, East Oakland. That's official. What's up, Mr. Brent?
Bro, I brought you back on because I feel like you have a particular insight into what it is to be an indie artist.
Yes, I do. Been an indie artist for 17 years, 18 years, something like that. Longer, maybe. I don't know. I'm old, so been an indie artist forever.
I'm super glad you said yes to this interview. I have some really nice questions for you, bro.
All right. Shoot them at me.
Like I mentioned in the intro, you have an upcoming album slated for release this summer, correct?
Yes, I do. I'm working on an album called V.S.O.P. It was called Strippers on Lunch Break before, but I dropped the name because I was working with the guy who bought the website Strippers on Lunch Break and kind of snaked me out of the business.
Yeah, you gonna play us a little bit of that today?
I'm gonna give you some sneak peeks from the album. It's definitely dope. Something to look forward to. So
let's check it out.
I'm going ratchet, get used to the shit. Apparently, people like raps about bitches and dicks. I like to write about tree hugging and recycling, spiritual awareness and environmental consciousness. Been about a week since I last. Not a big doll on a. When it come to that, God gave me gift. And the way I count dough, I make a hopped out that black Han hatch. Keep it stewy with your lady, stupid cutie guy.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about something super underground here. Yeah, our favorite artist has his own magazine. Yeah, it's a collector's item. 28 pages of pieces that you might have missed. Be sure to check it out in the link below. Who brought us this episode today?
Trichome Productions. Man,
it's the most potent shatter in the game. Did you know that?
Yeah, I smoked some 2 weeks ago, and I'm still apparently high tomorrow. That was a get high joke. Nobody got that. He got it. He got that shit. The cameraman got it. That shatter is so strong that you're high. You don't even smoke. That trichome shatter is so goddamn strong that when you bust a nut, your kids will come out high. It's just ridiculous. It's supposed to be strong.
Exactly. It's medication.
Shatter. It's just supposed to be strong. Strong shatter.
Exactly.
They can use that plug. Strong Shatter by Trichome Productions. Meh. Potent.
Well, that was last episode's word of the day. Today's word of the day is trichome.
I'm sorry, I'm in space.
In your music, we hear themes like drifting, the sideshows, and things like that. But being that this is California, we also hear sprinklings of cannabis. Tell us your thoughts surrounding legalization. What do you think? Think it's going to be a complete lockout?
Cannabis becoming legalized is going to be a bad thing. And the reason why I think it's a bad thing is because if you look at cannabis cultivation, let's say who would be next on the chain, the supplier, cultivator, supplier, distributor, middleman, and then the consumer, right? When you make it legal and then big companies like Starbucks and Walgreens and Walmart can afford to go buy like massive amounts of land and grow cannabis, they're going to knock the dollar out of all of these people's hands, the energy out of all of these people's hands, right? One, Two, and it'll be so cheap that these people can't compete. But the thing is, their money ends up going into offshore accounts and bigger investments in other companies, right? But local cannabis money gets spent at the liquor store, at the local Pizza Hut, at the babysitter, gas stations, everything. So the taxation is going to come from the dollars going throughout different communities anyway. But when you let Walmart hog all of that, or, like big chain stores hog all of that money, your Starbucks, they already have an outlet to sell cannabis. So I think it should be illegal, and I think it should be gray, just like it is now. It's perfect. No one person can grow too much cannabis, so they can't exploit the spirit of cannabis, right? But you can still provide a service, provide medicine to people, right? And make enough to take care of yourself. Not everybody, it's kind of like a socialistic idea of how cannabis should be sold, distributed, consumed, and all that. But it is a very communal spirit. So why the fuck are we trying to legalize it to let people? We know what corporate America does to shit.
You're aware that outside of the rapper community and even within the hip hop community, there is a growing concern by those of us who are attuned to bright light and high frequency. What are your thoughts on your colleagues who ride the anger train and its effects on the listener?
Wow, I have a few colleagues that ride the anger train in their music, and they're grown men like me. I'm in my 30s, and I have some friends that are in their 30s, 20s, but 30s rapping and doing hip hop. Definitely riding the anger train. But hip hop is very, very, very powerful. And the music aspect of hip hop, because hip hop's a culture, the music itself is very powerful. The rhythms being everything from African drum rhythms to Celtic rhythms are all things that talk to the soul. So when you have the chants over them, which we call rapping, we'll take trap, for example, these things are repetitious, and you hear them, and they program you subconsciously. So when you program people with a negative projection of yourself or whatever, and people listen to this over and over again, it kind of shapes their ideas. So a message to all you rappers out there who are grown-ass men and women still riding the anger train, like, I got more than you and you ain't got shit, and within your music. Stop it. You're an adult. Kids hear this. Then they go around doing that to each other. And you don't grow the hip-hop community like that. It's not cool. Fuck you.
You can't grow a cannabis garden full of aphids and mites, right? And then you can't try to, that's the same as trying to, grow a cannabis garden by using extremely harsh chemicals, right?
Yes. Here's the analogy. The anger train riding hip hoppers are nothing but spider mites. Stop it.
In closing, player, Mr. Oakland native, you want to give any shout outs?
Shout out to RTV. Obviously, shout out to my boy Brent Green, Green Scene TV, the Green Scene TV. Shout out to my homie Ronan, and shout out to my boy Simon. And Caden, you got your shout out, your plug, your shameless plug, Caden McRadcad, you fucker.
I want to give some shout outs as well. We want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Trichome Productions. I also want to give a shout out to Chopsticks Urban Art Space. Of course, you know how we get down. I want to give a shout out to the East Bay. I want to give a shout out to SF. I want to give a shout out to the whole Bay. Matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to every green state out there. So this wraps our shoot with Rice Forever. Remember, friends, to check him out. The best things in life are green. I'm Brent Green, and this is TheGreensceneTV.com. Stay tuned.